Hello, welcome. This is um, just a little quick upload. I thought we would do kind of a fun with scarves thing. When I used to do party plan jewelry sales years ago, one of the most popular things were scarf how-tos. A lot of people say, "Oh, I have all these pretty scarves and I don't know what to do with them." The company I sold for sold some really gorgeous scarves. This was one of them. They were quite pricey. But you can buy scarves, especially if you're a yard sale thrifter. There's always opportunities for gorgeous scarves, especially it seems at estate sales. So I want to just go over some fun, easy, little simple things about how I enjoy my scarves. This is the one I wore to church this morning, and you can see that it has a piano on it. This was my mother's, and it's exceptionally special to me. Got piano keys and music notes. And today, because I had other jewelry on, I just had this tied in just a simple double knot. Um, this is a rectangular scarf. I find these long rectangle scarves to be much more, uh, what's the word, adaptable to different things than a really large scarf, but I do have both. But the way you do this manager at a clothing store where I worked in high school taught me how to do this in a beautiful, this works for tight waist belts or anything. Okay, you're going to go, right over left to start with. Then, the one that's coming over the top like that, see I have one piece, you take it, and that becomes your pretty knot. And you just tie your double knot like that. Hold on. And it creates kind of a flat knot, almost like a necktie kind of. It's you're forming the front. I didn't do that very well. Let's try that again. But you take your the one that comes through the top becomes like the front of your knot. Okay, and kind of make it to where it looks pretty, and take it around the end of it. And take the end of it through. There we go. And then just let your ends hang down. I'm having trouble doing this on the computer, but you get the idea. You're kind of making a really neat knot, uh, forming the front with this piece that comes over. That piece that comes over will form the front of your knot. And I guess probably 80% of the time that's how I wear my scarf. There we go. That's a pretty knot. Let me hold it up to the camera better. Right in my hair. And that is how I basically wear my scarves. That's how most of the time. Sometimes I will go on and tie this knot, and then I'll have a collection of these sort of scarf clips. I don't think this one is Germany. Most of these are West Germany, and I don't think this one is. That's why it was where I found it. They clip like that, and sometimes I'll just go on and tie the knot, and then clip the scarf clip over it in some form or fashion. Usually into the knot, but I just clipped it on. Hold on. There we go. To where it looks like it's actually holding the scarf. Sometimes I actually do use these to hold the scarf, and depending on how you're wearing the scarf. But I do collect these, and predominantly, usually they are from West Germany. And I soon found out I was getting an overload, so I just started collecting the ones from West Germany. There's a pretty one. These were just some I pulled out of my jewelry that I wear. I love this incline one. I'm an incline nut anyway. And here's a nice great big pearl. Okay, now let me show you something else while I've got this rectangular scarf out here. And like I said, sometimes I just cross these and don't tie a knot and just hit it with the scarf clip. But I know a few times I'll be up at the piano playing and look down and everything was all catawampers. So I started using a knot. Let me do this. And, you know, you could take the scarf through this hole right here, and I think probably originally that was what was meant to happen. I don't normally do that just merely because I'm always in a hurry, but you could do that. You could bring the scarf through this hole like that, and it would stay in place longer and better. Just run the scarf through there like a scarf ring. I think that's originally how they were meant to be worn. And then you clip it, and it stays. See? And that's a lot more efficient than the way I usually, in a hurry, put them on. I'll just try to throw the scarf on and stick this on there some way, and they don't stay as well as when you do. All of these all have a hole, so you could do that with just about any scarf. But most of the time I just clip those on. You can wear these scarf clips just on your lapel, like this, and I have before. Instead of a brooch, you know, just to have the right kind of lapel. But you can clip those that way. Okay, let me show you something else. Now, those of you with a smaller neck, this would really be more appropriate for, but I have worn them this way once or twice. You fold it in half that way, and just reach through that opening there in the fold, and there you go. And you could, if you wanted to, put a brooch or a scarf clip, either one. A brooch would work. You could pin a brooch into it, like that. I'm going to bring you a little closer. Okay. And you could put a brooch or a scarf clip right there and hold that in place. Now there's another way of doing those that you would have to probably have a small neck to use, but if you twist your scarf like this and get it nice and tight, and then you bring that through there, I would strangle to death before the day was over. But I don't like things tightly around my neck. I don't wear turtlenecks or anything like that. I'm having trouble getting it through. My neck is so large. But you get the picture. It goes like that. And if you have a small enough neck, that would be, you know, something cute to do. There we go. And you just got it twisted like that around. Okay, now this is your elongated scarf, like I said. Another quick way of hooking these kind of scarves, you can use a ring. I've got on my real jewelry. I'm not going to take it off and do that. This is a jump ring opener. I'm just going to put that on there. You just run the two ends into just a ring you're not wearing, and the larger the ring, the better. But you know, I just wanted to show you. Just run it down through the ring and scoop the ring up, and the ring, you know, this ring's not big enough. Hold on, let me get a larger ring to show you this. Hold on 1 second. Well, anyway, you get the idea. You have a ring, you slide that ring up and pull it up like a Boy Scout thing, kind of, and it just works like that. Okay, now, another idea that I think is really cool. We all have 100 gazillion of these little stretchies. This one happens to have a musical note with rhinestones. That's why I kept it. You can use a stretchy neck bracelet and just use it and wrap it around your scarf like that. Some of these stretchy bracelets are really pretty. This one has that dangling treble clasp. There we go. But you can do that with your stretchy bracelets. Now, oops, I'm going to break my bracelet. I'll just leave that on. Okay, now, let me move these out of the way. Okay, let me find the other kind. Okay, this kind, a lot of people's grandmothers had these kind. Actually, Jackie Kennedy kind of made wearing a babushka famous, you know, over your head. and that's the type this is. But you can do a lot with these. If you need to make it compact, you just start at each end and roll in and make it narrower. Um, Rolling in from the corner like that. I'm just quickly doing this to where you've got a narrower piece to work with, and you could do some of the same things that we do with the rectangulars when they're done this way. There was a time when my daughter's age group were taking these great big triangular scarves and tying them loosely like a cowl, like that. And I don't think it really ever caught on too well, but you can do that under a suit jacket or something. To me, it always looked like somebody's trying to eat lobster with a bib or something. But I wear these kinds sideways. I put, fix them in a triangle. I usually go this way. And this way. And you can put a brooch or a scarf holder or just a knot. But if you want it to stay in this position, a brooch works really well because it holds it to your clothes. And I like that look better than the... And of course, the old traditional way a lot of people will wear them is that way with the triangle in the back. I don't never been a real fan of that. I do it sometimes, depending. But one of my favorite things to do with these rectangular scarves, this is my incline purse that Miss Janet Hilton Wood gave me. You just take them and kind of make them into a tube like I did a minute ago, just to get some of the fullness out. And then tie you a knot around your purse. Find one that coordinates with your outfit or your purse. And, you've got kind of a fashion statement. That's what I do with a lot of my scarves. Now, when you're doing that, your scarves have to be washed more frequently if you do a lot of setting your purse down places and stuff. Okay, now, this next idea is a little more out there, but a lot of fun. Let me see what I did with my shoe. And I'm going to have to bring you down to see this one. Okay, this is just a dirty old worn out flip-flop I got. I think I even bought it at... Actually, I think I got it at the grocery store. I've worn it to death. Okay, what you can do, I did this a summer or two ago. If you have just a little narrow scarf like this one, or even one of these from the Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree, or whatever you want to call it, one of these works well. You'd have to buy two of them. I think I'll use the St. Patrick's Day. You move it to where, you get it to where you're at a halfway point. Okay. And you're going to do a half hitch. I believe that's how you do it. I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, this way. Okay. Do a half hitch and get it onto the flip-flop. I don't like having it down here where your toe is. You can if you want to. I just don't like having that between my toe. So what you do is basically you just wrap your flip-flop on both sides like that. I wore these, like I said, this makes an espadrille sandal. And I'm getting to the age I'm a tad bit old at 39 for espadrille sandals. Rings are catching. Okay, now, I probably should have wrapped. You need to wrap to where it comes out on the outside. I'm sorry. Did that wrong. I should have practiced before I started the video. It's really not rocket science, but to get your espadrille thing coming the right direction, you've got to exit on the outside. Okay. But we're going to have an espadrille that ties up your leg. I'm not very good at making videos without Ken and without y'all. So I don't know how often I'll do these little uploaded videos because I'm not very good at it. I did it the exact same way. You need to fix it where you exit through the, but I'm just going on and finish it. And you tie this around your ankle to where you have a little espadrille. I'll put it on. Well, I can't have a dress on. I can't hike my leg up here and do that. But anyway, it just makes a little espadrille sandal that you tie around your ankle going up, and then bring it around and tie in the front. See? Pretend this is my leg. You just you bring it around the back first, I think, and tie. Have your knot. We wore these back in the 70s a lot. And of course they say if you were old enough to remember the trend and wear the trend, you're too old to wear it now if it comes back. So, anyway. And this little shamrock scarf that I'm unwrapping from the sandal, these are really cute to do for every holiday. And if you just want to tie on your purse or something, I assume they still have these. I've had these a while. But anyway, they're cute for lots of things. Now, years ago, I took a hair bow making class. My daughter was little, and they used scarves. I never really did these because my daughter was too young for this, and I didn't wear clips at the time. But if you take a scarf like this, you can wire that onto a hair clip this way. I'll try to do one of these sometime and show you guys. I don't have the clips and stuff right now. But you wire it, and each time you come down towards the clip, you run a wire, and it makes a real fluffy, sort of 80s hair bow. But I haven't ever really done that, but about once I think I did that. I think that's about all in the way of scarves that I've got to show you. Just some fun little things to do. I do want to show you my bracelet. You may have noticed while I was showing. Isn't that pretty? This was supposed to be one for sale, and once it hit my arm, it never has come off. I went to church this morning, and the pastor's wife said, "You don't like that?" She wanted it. It actually is one of my upcycle pieces. It was just a stretchy bracelet that was a piece of junk. It was all nicked up. You could see white coming through the plastic. And what I did was took just a gold pin. I did with it, just a gold pen, like felt marker, and went over the places where there were nicks to where it looked like I did it on purpose, and it looked just very Victorian and pretty. So I picked up that gold. I of course took it off the nasty stretch and put a gold wire through there and gold findings with a toggle, which picked up the gold also. And I absolutely love this bracelet. So, sorry, won't be on the show. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. If you will, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll probably have some more little doodaggies like this to show you guys in the future. And those of you who are on our show a lot, these are my real rings. I don't wear them on our auction. I'm afraid I'll lose them. This is my 4-prong wedding ring. Ken had it rebuilt because if when your prongs get loose, if you only have 4. And there's my mother's ring, and this is a ring he got me after we lost a baby one time, and it's real special. And this one actually is 10 karat gold, and it came from a jewelry jar that I got at Goodwill. And I had it looked at by our jewelers, and it is 10K. But anyway, hope to see everyone Tuesday night at our auction. And thanks for coming in and spending some time with me.